To Lucky, you don't know pain. Oh, you want to remove this wheel to gain access to the oil filter, which is somewhere down there? Well, there's a fender in the way, and a frame rail, and a cross member, and... Finally, I'm back at the car. This is our oil relocation kit project. I had to buy extra fittings. I had to buy, let's see, yeah, I had to buy that. This is for the fitting that goes to the gauge cluster I have planned, if it will focus. There you go. So that will hook up to that. This is a plug because this has 4 holes and I only really need 3. This is the cheapest oil relocation kit I found on Amazon. It's a pile of crap. Why? Because of that. Now, I suppose I could shave this off a little bit, and it probably won't hurt anything. There's a lot of metal between that and any point that would come in contact with oil, which is probably what I'm going to try to do after I try tightening it down. But I just want to say, this $30 kit on Amazon didn't come with every fitting I needed, and it's just a poor design. This can only end well for me, because it's going there, underneath an intake manifold. I don't know how I'm going to get that oil filter out. In the best of cases, the motor mount hasn't even been installed yet. It's going to be fun. I have not been very good at documenting all this. So yes, I got the piece that attaches to the oil filter spot on the engine. I got that attached. Will most likely broadcast next from under the car, because I'm going under there, as you can see by the carpet, to kind of tighten it down even more than what I can do. Couple of things of note here. This is a what is it? Hayden. It's the Hayden type oil pressure relocation kit, and so these 2 pieces that it comes with are the closest to the stock type oil filter. Problem is, you put that on there, right? It'll fit. But let me just twist that down. Alright. It'll fit, but it's loose. And when I tried tightening it down onto that piece, it would tighten down almost halfway good enough, and then it would just spin around again. Like it was, threading or hopping threads. So, the cool thing, I guess, about this system, which I am pretty sure was primarily engineered for American cars, because everything on here was pretty much English system. Like, this is, it's like close to whatever millimeter that is, but it's not quite this one and this bit. But the cool thing, I suppose, is that, honestly, as soon as I put this in there, or the other one for that matter, I can put any oil filter I want on there, as long as it's bigger than that, which is most oil filters. So that's kind of a mixed blessing, mostly a pain in the ass, but a little bit of a, might be a good idea. So these hoses also came from Hayden. They came in that box. With the kit, as kind of an additional thing that you need that the kit doesn't come with. Yeah, so I've cut those, and this literally just this hose in half. I'm not going to need that much hose. So it's just kind of I cut it and just gonna install it down there, so because it's a pain in the ass to get down there to the block of the engine, especially where it is now. But eventually, you know, I'll tailor it. I still don't know where I'm going to mount that piece. It's going to be filter down, like filter facing this way, but probably over there if I can swing it. Any existing holes I'm going to try and use as much as possible. On the plus side, that motor mount is holding up pretty well. I mean, obviously the engine is still being held up by the crane. Motor mount, the engine hoist, rather. Clay is still engineering and just hasn't had much time to really do much. Engineering the passenger side motor mount and kind of getting his plans in there. But, you know, it's just... this is the first time in, like, several weeks. I don't even know how many weeks I've finally been able to dedicate some time to work on this. It's just the name of the game. But this, additionally, is one piece that will be going on the apparatus that's latched to where the oil filter goes stock. And this, of course, is for my oil pressure gauge, which I'm going to, you know, soft core, I'm going to install it. And also, can't forget those. So, best angle I can give you down here underneath the automobile. As you can see, I eventually went with the side spouts for the primary lines to and from the oil filter, because by putting them on the these other spouts that you see there was just no way to twist this on. There's literally just room to twist on the apparatus itself, rather than trying to have any extensions on there. It's just not going to happen. So my hand has been forced. These all would not tighten down all the way. And by the way, every brass fitting you see here, there's a plug on the top there. On the bottom of the side mount is where the oil pressure line is for the oil pressure gauge. That's where that's going to go. And then obviously the two on the side are for to and from the filter. None of these would screw down all the way. It's just, I'm guessing, poor engineering on the part of the kit, or just, you know, hey, it's tight as but you possibly can make it. It's probably good, but it's just, you know, I'm preparing for massive oil leaks from these places. I mean, there's just so many places this thing could leak. But, you know, I'm over it at this point. Just want this thing to run, and then I can address stuff like that. Lazy, yes, but there you go. Of course, the motor mount debacle is another thing that is forthcoming. Clay still hasn't quite figured out what he's going to do, but it's going to be kind of a hefty task. There's just not a whole lot of room to work down here. Lastly, that is really badly rusty. I'm just going to coat it in POR15 and call it a day. It's just, yeah, I just need to spend a day down here just doing this and nothing else. I can't really work very well here. I don't have octopus arms, so I did my best. I'm expecting lugubrious amounts of oil leaking out of this thing, and I'm expecting to come down here later to fix this up. But hopefully none of that will happen, and I've done a good job. But yeah, this is a must-do, especially considering what's going under this Miata engine. It's just this, you know, this cross member here that's attached to the steering components and the brakes and just everything. I had to do this. There would be no way for me to do an oil change otherwise. And I also wanted, this was a luxury I wanted, I'll admit. But yeah, it's just, but even to install this convenience, it's that much more difficult. It's ridiculous. So today's agenda, hopefully enough, is some POR15 under the car. I finally sold that. It's going away sooner rather than later. But yes, just by virtue of my brother not having much time on his hands to work on this, I've just been, killing time with different jobs. Just kind of POR15ing several things. But yes, on the undercarriage, and we'll see in just a minute when I go under there, there's just quite a lot of corrosion on the driver's side that I just want to do paint over with POR15. So today we're getting to that. Remember, kids, to always wear your safety goggles when you're under a car. So this is the passenger side subframe, and my dog thinks I died under here, so that's fun. This is the passenger side subframe, which looks pretty good. Couple of dings and dents here and there. There's some rust there in the panel. It's only going to get worse with over the years, but there's not much I can do right now about that, which is unfortunate, but this side is pretty good. Then we move over to this side, and as you can see, you have a coating, which is on the other side as well, from the factory. That's like a little more, it's kind of a broached type thing, or kind of just a heavier duty than just regular paint type deal, undercoating. Obviously, at some point a long time ago, on this side, it just kind of all got stripped away. And this is just almost, it's actually so bright that it's saturating it, but it's just almost all surface rust going all the way back there. This I can do something about with just painting POR15. You can kind of see a little fragment of the coating hanging onto the underside of this thing. But I kind of forgot that there was so much under here. I'm not going to be able to do all of this tonight. I might, but we'll see. Because I don't really want to reach all the way back there. I suppose I could, but there's a transmission piece in the way. But I will be doing some of this, and that is kind of the beauty of POR15. You do have to coat it twice, but you can pick it up after however long you want, really. Now the first step is just to kind of take some degreaser and squirt on all this. I mean, I've gotten some advice from some friends of mine from New York, where, this would be very important, and they have said you don't really need the extra steps that they provide. That's just like covering your bases, like clean it and then prep it, kind of get it all ready for the final attraction. But I mean, it's just kind of I'll just slap it on there because it's doing some undercoating, obviously, like in the way of POR15, is going to be better than just leaving this bare as it is right now. And so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see up here from above, earlier on, I did paint some of the frame rail up yonder. And yeah, that's been holding up really well. But yeah, just kind of continuing that thread as we go. The cavity between the camshafts on a B6ZE engine is surprisingly good at amplifying an itty-bitty speaker. I've evicted most of the spiders from the undercarriage of my car, but this daddy loglegs who's hanging out underneath here, he can stay. Yes, finally I will tackle the appalling rust under this automobile. Doesn't look like it's cancerous yet, but, it's only a matter of time before it becomes that. So, enough gabbing my jaw. Gotta get going. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get cancer. Why did he get cancer? Oh, he just ingested a bunch of shit that we thought was safe in the early 21st century. And that will about do it. Oh, there you go. Kind of. I've POR15'd pretty much everything I could under the carriage. The great, fabulous thing about POR15, of course, is you need to do it twice. So tomorrow, at the same time, I'm going to repeat the process. Despite the damage this can is accruing, a little bit of POR15 goes a long way. It's actually quite remarkable. And naturally, my brush was not black. It was wood-colored. So, free paintbrush painting. But yes, tomorrow I will be finishing the POR15 project and have a slight bit more peace of mind. Right, an update. So I put a new belt on the alternator. Isn't that pretty? More importantly, I readjusted this, which was quite an endeavor. As you can see in the dark, that is not very accessible, even without a motor mount. Once there would be a motor mount, it would be even less accessible. So, yes, that was all. That was taken out and then put back in, adjusted, etc. So that nothing is playing bad with anything else. Yes, I just have the tubes to put back on. And then we can finally get back to our main attraction, which is POR15. It has been almost 8 years since I bought this car. 8 years. And it's still not finished. I need to get a grip and finish painting the under the carriage of this carriage. Tomorrow we will be finishing the motor mounts. I've said that about 10 times already. And yeah, I can't believe I've had this car 8 years. It's fabulous. I have used this can 3 times. I probably have 66% of POR15 left in that can. Look at how caked it is. Look at how much I had to deform that in order to open this. So I guess just don't ever let any of the crust dry like an idiot, like I am. You know, pro tip. Brief paintbrush review. The paintbrush I bought, I think, at Fred Meyer's or something like that, was not as good as this Dollar Tree paintbrush. This came in a 2-pack with one of these, 3 inches, and then a inch and a half paintbrush. So far, this paintbrush has been way better for this application than the other paintbrush, which was more expensive, and I had to throw out. I'm not expecting to be able to resurrect this one because POR15 is waterproof. And how else will I clean this thing if not with water? So, I am having the time of my life with that. But yes, this is a really good buy, and I may need to buy a couple more. Alright, so I additionally I additionally POR15 this entire piece, which, because of a bump, gee, I wonder how that happened. This fender popped up, and the happy little accident that this turned out to be, was that, I was able to see on the inside of the fender how far the rust got. It's only up to about here. Kind of up here. So, I propped this open, painted the inside with POR15, the outside as well. That is going to be top-coated with POR15 top coat. There's these bits, which need to be... I have a couple of cans of Tomo's original paint color. If I can turn the light off, there we go. Tomo's original paint color, which are going to go there and some other places. And other than that, like, just my next plan is really to wait for this all to dry and then top coat it with this stuff, which I'm expecting is just as messy as everything else. There's so much rust on this car. Like, for instance, that. Let me not land on the bit that I just painted. That entire rail is just kind of crusty. What I should be doing is painting that up and, you know, perhaps a different time. And then additionally, that, because the transmission tunnel had to be cut into, and I don't want that to rust now because, you know, under the carriage and all sorts of moisture will get there. But yes, we're well on our way to POR15ing really everything that I can. And all of this is just kind of while I wait for Clay to finally have some time to do the motor mount. Now, if you excuse me, apparently, according to this can, I probably have kidney damage from ingesting all of that POR15 fumes. You know, in a enclosed garage because it's dark. So, I'm gonna attempt to clean myself. Yes.